One of the objectives of this chapter is to recognize the critical need and to evaluate the structure and functioning of supply chain networks, and for making changes and improvements as appropriate. Let's take a few minutes and take a look at the types of network configuration, also known as distribution or transportation network topology, that one may find with logistics and supply chain. There are several network topologies. The star or the hub and spoke topology is what you would see at the Tampa International Airport. The ring topology is one that we would see in a freeway that surrounds the outer edge of a large city, commonly known as a beltway. We find these in Washington, D.C. or in Houston, Texas, for example. A fully connected network topology is what you would see in a map of a city or the freeway systems here in the United States. The last transportation network topology we will see is the tree topology. This is made up of nodes and arcs, as you see. The importance of this type of topology is that it is used to represent a typical supply chain. For example, we see here a multi-echelon supply chain where it is represented as a tree topology. This is the same supply chain that you will see in your textbook on page 108, figure 4.4. This is the simplest representation of a supply chain. However, life is rarely that simple. The reality is that many companies compete for common, scarce supply chain resources, requiring a more complex supply chain. Oftentimes, these resources are shared by many companies, and the supply chain configuration now becomes a hybrid of tree and fully connected network topologies. Here we have an example of two local companies, Jabil and Tech Data, whose resources are shared by two major competitors. In conclusion, considering the increasingly dynamic aspects of today's business world, companies are continuously seeking new and improved approaches for transportation network design and their operations.